Hello HOD Creatives, welcome back to my channel. So today we'll be making this beautiful turban cap you're seeing on your screen. So if this is something you like to learn, let's get right into it. Welcome back to class. So today we are going to be making that turban cap you saw on your screen. And these are the materials we need for it. So let's get right into the measurements. For the body of the cap, I'm going to be using this poly material. It's a poly material, flowering poly material. So I have the measurement I have here is 26 inches by 13.5 inches. 26 inches by 13.5. And I cut out two because I'll be using one for the lining. The lining is optional. If you don't want to use lining, it's fine. You can just use only one. You can cut out just one. So I'm using lining, and that's why I cut out two of it. So I have two here for this. And for the band at the front, that band, I have all my pieces are on fold, so take note of that, please. It's on fold. So I have 30 inches here, so I have 15 inches on fold. So if you open it up, it's 30 inches. So I have, let's say, 30 inches by 14 inches. I have 30 inches by 14 inches here for the band. That's that. And for the design at the top, the padded design at the top, I have one plain and one flowery material. The plain material I'm using, sorry, is raw silk, and all this the lengthen part, the length, they are stretchy side, and the width at the side, they are not stretchy. So here's my measurement. I have 10 inches by 10 inches by 28 inches, 10 inches by 28 inches, and I cut out one. And for this is the down, the one at the down, the padded design at the down, and this is the one on top. And this one on top, it's 8 inches, 8 inches by the same length, 28 inches, by the same 28 inches length. So I have, so this is for the padded design on top, and I'm going to be using foam to pad it. And I cut out the piece I cut out is 28 inches, and the foam I cut out 26 inches. So I leave 2 inches for the edge, of the design, so that you have where to sew. So I have 26 inches by 4 inches for the first one, and 26 inches by 5 inches for the second one. So that's this 8 inches is for this, is for the 4 inches, while this 10 inches is for the 5 inches. Is to wrap the 5 inches. I hope you understand that. Is to wrap this 5 inches. So that is that for this. And the handle here, this is the handle. I cut out two. So I cut out 2 inches by 8 inches, and I just give it a little slant here for the handle at the back. So what I'm going to do now is to take this to my sewing machine. This is the band, and I will fold in, let's say, I'll fold in 2 inches. I'll fold in 2 inches like this. I'll pin it down all the way down. Then I'll now fold the edge in a little like this. Then I'll sew it down. Sew it down. So when I'm done sewing like that, I'll turn it to the right side. Then I'll start my pleats. I will pleat the first one like this, pleat the second one, and then the third pleat. That's making 4. So I can have up to 4 or 3 pleats here, depending how big my pleat is. So I'm going to pleat this. I'm going to take this also, the handle, I'll just sew it. Then this piece, the padded pieces, I'm going to fold them into two and stitch all the way down. Repeat the same thing for the other one. Stitch all the way down, bring it out to the right side. So I'm going to take all this to the sewing machine, and I'm going to sew them and bring them back for you to see. I'll be right back. So I've sewn all my pieces, and I've turned them inside out. This is the padded one. So, and this is the band. So I'm done with the band also. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to fold it into two like this. And I'll measure from the part I folded. This is the front and this is the back. So from this front, I'm going to measure 1.5 inches. 1.5 inches. And from this 1.5 inches, I'll slant it to this point. I'll just place my ruler like this, and I'll just slant it like so. So I'll take it to my sewing machine and I'll sew it down. I'll pin it and I'll just sew it. So I'll just take it to my sewing machine and I'll sew it down. So when I'm done sewing, okay, let me sew it and bring it back. So I've gone ahead to sew it, as you can see. So I'm going to trim it close to the seam I sewed. So when I'm done trimming, I'm going to burn it with my lighter. So you just burn it off so that it will not lose back. Okay, so this is what we have. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to take it to my sewing machine. This is the midpoint. I'll also get the midpoint of my cap. I'll notch the midpoint. I'll also notch the midpoint of the lining. So I'll place it this way, then place the band on it, midpoint to midpoint. Then I'll sew all the way down. I'll also sew all the way down like this. Then I'll place the lining on it also and sew all the way down like this and all the way down like this. So I'll take it to my sewing machine and stitch. When I'm done, I'll stitch the side also and the down. But the down part, I'm going to leave opening. I'm going to leave, let's say, like 4 inches opening. So that's where I'll bring everything out. And so I've gone ahead to sew, and this is the inside, and I left some opening here, and I'm going to bring it out from this opening. So this is what we have. So this is the front and this is the back. So I'll just take this back to my sewing machine and I'll close it. Then I'm going to insert my foam. I'll just insert it inside. So I've inserted my foam. So this is what I have. And your stitch should be at the middle like this. It should be at the middle like this. Then the next thing we are going to do now is to place it on the cap. So we are going to place it this way. This way. It's more than the cap, so let me just trim out this excess. Okay. So you just place it on the cap like so. Don't bother if it's more than the cap, it's normal. Can you see? So you just stitch it to the edge like this, to your band. So you stitch to your band. So you pin this other side so down. Stitch to your band. So when you're done pinning it like this, You can stitch it down first, then you fold it into two like this. You pin it also, then you sew like this, like this, like this, like this. So I'm going to take it to my sewing machine and sew. So I'm done sewing. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to attach the handle, and this is what we are going to do. You fold your you fold it into two, and you measure. It has to be on the right side. Sorry, let it be on the right side. So you measure from your center front here. You measure 8 inches. 8 inches. Repeat the same thing on the other side. 8 inches. So you bring your band, your handle. Sorry. You pick your handle. You place it this way. So you sew. The second one also. Place it this way. And you sew. So you have something like this. So I'm going to take it to my sewing machine. And I will sew and bring it back. Okay, I've gone ahead and sew it. Sorry, it's inside, not outside. The handle, you sew it inside. Inside, not outside here. You sew it here. So I'm done sewing. So the next thing I'll do now is to make my running stitch. So here is the cap. So let me style it. I've run my gather stitch inside. So we are going to style it now. So you just wear it on your mannequin. So this is the handle. Can you see the handle? Okay. So I'm just going to tie it. So you tie it how firm you want it. You tie. So when you're done, put the handle inside, then bring this on top, and you arrange. So you have the option of gumming everything down, maybe at the front here, or you leave it like this. So when you're done putting on your cap, you just put your padded design on it. So this is what we have, and see the backdrop effects. Backdrop effects. So, and we have come to the end of this class. I'll see you in my next video.